it's already done in a sense that it won't happen, should I still maintain the connection that I have with you? Will I still be able to access your videos, and should I still follow the formula and try to live my life as best as I can? How do I navigate if I fear that I will lose the connection that I have with you?
The formula that we share with all of you is a gift. It's a gift that you can use whether you have contact with extraterrestrials or not. It is based on how reality actually works, how it's created by your consciousness, and therefore, while using the formula can certainly move you in the direction of open contact, it's not necessary that it must do so in order for the formula to improve your life and allow you to experience joy, creativity, beauty, and love in your reality. So following the formula is something that can work for you. It can increase the probability of contact with extraterrestrials in the near future, but again, it's a gift that we give to you to use however you wish. It doesn't have to involve ET contact, but in using the formula, if you maintain the intention to have ET contact, then it is likely that it will occur in some form or another.
And a second question, if I may, it's about a cartoon, Casper. I remember that I saw it in my childhood, and I felt that later I reattached the idea of Casper to someone real, either a ghost or maybe a hybrid, that I forgot, but sort of remembered through you. And can you tell me who it was or is? Thank you. Aveo.
It is a connection to a hybrid child.
Hello, Bashar. Very
Good day.
exciting. Very exciting for me.
What would you like to discuss this day?
It's my first question is, since you have access to so much information in different universes and parallels, as we are starting right now, do you have any questions for me?
No.
Okay. All right. I was just wondering. But so I've listened to you for a long time, and I understand that you're a sculptor.
Yes.
That leads me to believe, is there like other art forms like on your planet, like comedians?
There are no comedians. We do not use language that way exactly, but we find humor in many things.
Okay. I've been really trying to do the laws, the rules, or whatever on for my vibration and channeling my excitement, you know, and live it to its fullest. And I'm just finding it a little bit difficulty. I thought you could offer some advice, because I'm trying to channel kind of so I can get a message with my comedy and be able to kind of hook people's minds be I don't know, a little bit opened, but without, you know.
I assume that you are referring to the formula.
Yes.
All right. Well, you understand that when you act on your passion as best you can, it raises your vibration and allows you to enter the gamma state in the brain, which is a state of stronger association, stronger connection. Some of the core of humor and comedy is making connections and associations that are unusual, unexpected, and surprising. That is the core of most comedies, of most humor. So when you enter that state, it becomes more automatic that you can see the kind of associations that will allow you to render comments and statements in a surprising, unexpected, and humorous way, because you will automatically make different kinds of associations than people might usually make. So it's all about giving over fully to that altered state of gamma in the brain between 40 and 100 cycles per second, and allowing those associations to naturally come into your mind with the intention of finding the associations that are unexpected, surprising, and humorous.
Okay, I will keep trying on that. It gets hard because there's so much going on. I'd like to do it with music and art, and it gets hard to figure out which one I want to channel that.
It is not difficult unless you are making it difficult by defining it as hard. You must find a way that works for you. And again, remember, there may be many expressions of your passion. That's fine. Not all of them necessarily are going to function equally at any given moment. Not all of them are going to necessarily give you the ability to act on at any given moment. And if one or another does have an equal ability and equal passion, then it doesn't really matter which one you start with. If it's not the correct path, synchronicity will turn you around to the one that would actually serve you better. So you have to allow the idea of synchronicity to be the organizing principle, not try to figure out what to do next, but simply act on what you can act on that at the moment contains more excitement, more attractiveness, more curiosity than anything else. And again, trusting that if it is not the correct path for you at that moment, synchronicity will cause something to happen that will turn you around to whatever the path of least resistance would actually be for you. You have to allow the system to work for you instead of trying to make it work. That's why it feels difficult, hard, and overwhelming, is you're trying to make it work instead of simply allowing it to fall into place naturally in its own timing.
I see. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Yes, I know. That's why I said it.
Something else I was curious on, like when the soul like leaves the vessel, if I'm saying this right, please, if I'm saying this wrong, please correct me. But so when we die and this vessel passes and the soul returns to its area, are there souls that maybe their vessel here has like destroyed innocence, and upon return are they dealt with rather than just offered an opportunity to return in a different vessel?
Everyone goes through what is typically called life review, where you assess all of the choices you made, all of the consequences of those choices, and actually experience all the consequences of the choices you made as if you are the people experiencing the consequences. Now, it's not in any way, shape, or form a punishment. It is something that is an experience that helps you learn and grow and helps you make choices about what you would really prefer to do next. And as a spirit, you always have free will to decide what it is you will choose to do next, whether it be an incarnational experience or something in another reality or dimension or staying in spirit is up to you utterly. But you will learn the lessons that you chose to learn by the actions that you took and the consequences those actions had on the reality that you experienced.
Yeah, I see. Okay. And yeah, just a couple last ones real quick. What other like similar, because it really intrigued me when I heard about you said about your double helix spiral.
Yes.
And what other elements that are on your planet that we kind of also kind of have here? Are there any that we do not have here that that use for like art or whatever, or industrial or?
Well, again, most of the material that is used is a kind of nanotechnological, malleable, crystalline material. It is something that is artificially created. It's not a natural material, but it is something that you don't have on your planet yet. And we also do have materials from other planets that are not found naturally on your world or our world. So we have the ability, as you would say, to import things from other planets that we can use in a variety of ways.
I see. Okay.
Yes. Does that help you?
Yeah. I was just really curious about that, about this mediums.
Yes.
Yeah. And my last question, and this ties in too much to the first question. I apologize, but
There is no need to apologize.
thank you. Um, how much control does a soul have in a vessel, and can I channel that a vessel like with this? We'll be able to channel with the formula. We'll be able to channel that soul to use more percentage of my brain.
Everyone is using 100% of their brain to make it seem as if they're only using 10%. That's the issue. So when you are more of yourself, when you follow the formula, it raises your vibrational frequency. And when you raise your vibrational frequency, you become more adept as a receiver and a transmitter of higher frequency information and energy, which allows you to experience as if you are then using more of your brain. You've always been using all of your brain, but then you will allow your brain to adjust in a way that will make it appear as if you're using more of it, because you're bringing more of your true self through. And again, remember, you can say it however you wish to say it, in terms of saying that your soul is in a vessel, is in a body, but the truth is that your body is in your soul. The idea is that you are a soul, and you are creating the idea of a physical reality and a physical personality and a physical body within the energy of the soul. So the idea of dying is simply the soul expanding its focus back beyond the physical focus, which is being created at the center of the soul. If you picture the soul as a sphere of energy, there are certain vibrational patterns that can occur within it that, when focused down to the center of its being, create the idea of what appears to be a solid physical reality. But that's simply a part of the soul imagining and dreaming that it is having a physical experience. That's what physical reality is. Your spirit never leaves the spirit realm. Physical reality is happening within your consciousness. The soul doesn't inhabit a body. The body is created within the soul.
Body's created within the soul. I'm going to need to really ponder on that one.
Well, just imagine an energy sphere, a ball of energy, and imagine that there are ripples within it that represent different vibrational states. Can you picture that?
Yes.
Then imagine that some of those energy ripples ripple down to the center of the sphere and form kind of a hard, focused little crystal. They become more solidified by being focused at the center of the sphere. The sphere is still there, but at the center of it is this hard little crystal. That's your physical reality. So that when you die, what you're doing is you're relaxing that focus and expanding back out to the dimensions of the soul. So the idea is that when you are physical, you experience the idea of linear time. Then if you relax a little bit, you can have what are called near-death experiences. Relax even more, you can have what are called astral experiences. Relax even more, you can have all sorts of experiences in between physical reality and the spirit reality, the non-physical reality of being that sphere of energy that is your soul. But when you die, you go all the way back to being the full sphere. You have lost that central focus, but you have retained the vibrational frequencies of the experience that are now part of the vibrations within that energy sphere. Make sense?
Part of the vibration that's within the energy sphere.
Yes, you always retain the experience of the physical reality, even though you have dissolved the focus of the physical reality by returning to the awareness of yourself as a soul. That's all death is you're waking up again as the soul.
Right.
You have woken up from the dream of physical reality that you created within yourself, but you retain the experience of it.
Yeah, okay.
Does that help?
Yes, sir. Yes,
All
it
right.
does. Yes.
All right.
Yes,
Well, thank you. Thank you very much.
All right. Yeah. I think that's probably my questions. But
All right.
yeah. I guess when it's time, the last question is, can I come up?
When it is time. So
Okay.
proceed, Follow the formula, raise your vibration, be yourself. Everything will fall into place. We thank you. Avail. Good day.
Avail. Thank you.